So what is this whole Clubhouse app anyways? Is this something that's going to be a huge time sink for you, or is this going to be something that you can actually take and use an advantage for your recruiting business? By the end of this video, I'm going to show exactly how you can leverage Clubhouse to make more placements and engage with more candidates using this wonderful app. And for the best online marketing and lead generation advice, specifically for the staffing and recruiting industry, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get access to my new videos every single Wednesday. And make sure you hit that bell in the corner so you're notified when they come up. So now let's talk about Clubhouse. So there's a couple of things that you're going to want to do to be able to make Clubhouse efficient for you. And I'm going to share my screen with you so you can actually see Clubhouse. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that your profile is set up and optimized. And if you've watched any of my trainings on LinkedIn profiles, we're going to be doing a similar thing here. We want our profile to be able to tell your story and very clearly how you help your market and how you can impact both your clients and candidates. So this is what the Clubhouse app looks like. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is click on your little icon in the corner there and make sure that you set up your profile. So the first thing I recommend is a very powerful kind of your positioning statement, your unique selling proposition, if you will, right at the front to grab attention and share with people right away as to how you help them. Okay. Then from there, you can kind of see that I stated some of the things that I think are relevant about me, that I'm a creator of the relevant recruiter method, that I'm a business coach, I'm a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a former D1 athlete. And then I say, click the notification or click the bell to get notified when I'm on stage. Here's what my purpose is here on Clubhouse. And then some free resources. Okay. And then some other ways that people can connect with me. It's critically important that you have the additional ways for people to connect with you outside of Clubhouse. Okay. So that's one thing I really want to drive home. Now with Clubhouse, they're going to give you the default option to set up through Twitter or Instagram. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have one or both of those attached to your account. But in addition, since most of us are using LinkedIn, I definitely recommend that we have our LinkedIn profile as something down there. As you can see, I have there with mine. Okay. And it's just something basic like that, right? So you can see the free resources, you can see a little bit about myself, you can see what we're doing. But the reason we want to set this up first is to give reason for people to follow us, right? And we don't want to have like just your name up there and then go out and start to try to connect with somebody. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to actually build our followers by following people first. So you're going to go back into your home thing. If you get your little search button over here, just to give you an examples, I will just put in recruiter and see what pops up. So I do a search for recruiter, and then boom, there's Tony Riggins. He's a career coach and recruiter. And so I can follow Tony, right? And so you can go back through and start looking at all the different people in your target market. Now, I'd recommend that you connect with any potential hiring decision makers, any potential candidates from your market, and do it that way. Okay. You can also start looking at clubs. Okay. And this would be your next step. This would be the third thing I recommend. So the second thing is following as many people as you can. By following, typically a portion of that audience is going to follow you back. And that's the easiest way to start growing your following base. Okay. Then what I would recommend is start to get into the rooms or clubs that your market is in, right? And, so there's a bunch of different recruiter clubs in here, all different types of things that I can start to take a look at and join. Okay. But then you can just come back into your homepage and just see more of now, once you start getting people that you're following, see the rooms that your followers are hanging out in and start hanging out in those rooms. Okay. Now, if you watch my other trainings on Clubhouse, you'll see that when you're in a room of 428 people, unless you have a relationship with one of the hosts, you're probably not going to get a chance to speak. Or unless they're doing some sort of a roundtable and they're calling on everybody. What I really recommend is trying to find a group that maybe, this would be the LinkedIn club. Boom. There's only 59 people in there. There's a better chance for me to actually go interact and hang out with people. So as I would go into this room, it always makes sure that everything is not being able to be recorded. But these are all the people that are on stage. And there's two things you can do. One, you can get up and you can raise your hand and speak. I would definitely suggest you step outside of your comfort zone on that. But two, because you have some relevant people that you're following in here, you might be able to actually click on each individual's profile. So if I were to click on Matt over there on the right, I can see if he's somebody that I would want to follow. So he's a CEO, entrepreneur, founder, tech advisor. He's not really my market. Okay. But sometimes you can start going through here, find more people to follow, and take some of those conversations over into the chat by swiping to the right. And I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. Okay. But you really just want to start hopping into the rooms that or a little bit smaller where you can actually have a conversation with people. Okay. So that would be your third thing, is once you start connecting and following people, start to go into the rooms that your followers are following, try to interact with them in those rooms. Okay. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually start your own room. So you can see how easy that is by clicking that green button down there in the bottom. You can do an open room. You can do it to only people that you follow, or you can do a closed room. You get to choose. But let's just say for an open for this, we can add a topic to it, and then I can start that room right now. Okay, that's how I can start a room on demand. And so, or you can schedule out your room by coming up here, clicking that little calendar, clicking that little plus button, and then you can schedule your own time, and create an event title. Just like anything else in marketing, your titles are going to be critically important to make somebody want to come hang out in your room. Okay. I would recommend, once you're comfortable with this, starting to schedule one time every single week that you're going to show up and host a room. And that's really where, if you're really trying to do this to the maximum power, you want to start to create consistent rooms for both your clients and your candidates, whatever your initiative is, but, do them separately, of course. But, even if you get a couple people per week, to those rooms, keep in mind that you can actually invite your followers. So once you start a room, you can then email, and message your followers directly through this map, and let them know to come hang out with you. And that is just a very easy way to start interacting with some of your followers, add value to them, bring them up on stage, and start to create topics that they maybe have an opinion on themselves. And that way you can actually build the connection that you're looking for on this app. The last thing I'd recommend would be to collaborate with somebody. Try to find somebody that is in your market that maybe serves the same audience as you do and maybe has a bigger following. Don't even worry about the following, but collaborate with some other people so you can pull off of each other's networks, and that'll help your network grow faster. And the more conversations we have, the more chance we get to our next placement. So if you like this video, please give me a like, comment, or share. And as always, we have our Relevant Recruiter Facebook group. The link is in the comments below if you want to join that. And this is Donnie Gupton. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for the best online marketing and lead generation advice exclusively for the staffing and recruiting industry. I'm out.